From Divine Sister of the Light Eirini Crystal and Indigo Guide to the Galaxy, Athena, Unification of the Inner Trinity, Ascension Process Intensified, Posidonian, Waves, Things Getting Trippy, External Disruptions, Slowing Down, A Great Awakening. Energy Update. The unification of the inner Trinity is the biggest achievement that we have reached up until now in our ascension path. As this process is still unfolding, I would like to mention some observations for those who are undergoing this monumental inner change. This unification is a prerequisite for ascension to the 5D. This is why it is one of the most important developments in our ascension process. The inner Trinity has entered a new field and orbit. This is why it is undergoing a great purification, correction, repositioning, and alignment. We have never had any change or upgrade like this one taking place in the inner worlds. The sensations, emotions, and thoughts are different to those in the past, in the sense that now as the inner Trinity is unifying, all aspects of the self are coming back alive. So one is to feel, sense, or meet parts of the self that were suppressed, lost, forgotten, disconnected, or simply unaware, and there were important reasons as to why these parts were unaware. This new phase is bringing each one face to face with the whole spectrum of the light-shadow self and its inner state and story. This development will also lead more to wake up. This is the physical awakening of the sleeping prince within all. Many sleeping phoenixes will awake now. This phase can be felt like ascension process 10 times intensified and magnified, as unknown feelings, memories, codes, and sensations are rising, and one is to come in contact with both the great inner divine powers and skeletons in the closet of the shadow self. The true self is pushing out and removing all acquired characteristics of the false ego personality. The true needs, dreams, and desires are coming back alive. This is the phase in which the dream is being separated from reality. In one's perception field, the different eras of the program and their guidelines and programs will now begin being perceived for what they really were. This is a revolution. 144 flowing in. The game is being decoded and recognized by the senses and the neurological system. The physical senses and neurological system are being stripped off of the last stitches to the veils and the fallen technology and equipment, as the self is rejecting whatever isn't truly aligned to his or her true essence, and new revelations and powerful waves of new energy are coming in. These new waves that are already here are introducing to the system the real and physical antidote to the poison that the human system had received, which was the poison of separation, deception, and forgetfulness. Remember that in each phase of ascending and descending, the poison is being introduced to the masses anew. This is the great test. The same took place this time too. The antidote. Everyone in the ascension process are now receiving the antidote coming from the waters of Posidonia, which are not really made of water as we know it, but of plasma, ether, carrying living information. These waves are not humid, but made of living light. In the upcoming days and weeks, the ascension process is probably getting trippier. Unusual and unprecedented sensations and phenomena will be felt as the human system, DNA, is being introduced to the new orbit and the galactic field while establishing connection to it. This part of the splitting is greatly affecting the brain, opening inner supernatural and magical doors and pathways. The conscious unification of the inner Trinity is the key to a smooth transition and transformation. To die with a smile and be reborn with a breath from the living source. The human system needs rest and isolation in order to have the time, the space, and the silence to cope with the vast amounts of plasma energy and information that are piercing through each cell. Crises, tiredness, illness are possible during these developments. Many will depart and choose a different route for their soul. It is essential that each can keep a nurturing position towards the self by slowing down and listening to the inner needs of the system and keeping contact with what is taking place within. This will allow more time for reflection and reconnection. Try to release control and embrace surrender. This is not the time for one to neglect the inner instincts and intuition, because such attitudes can have deeply challenging results. Generally speaking, we will witness external disruptions, cancellations, departures, and changes of course in the world, as these energies will be reflected externally in a more chaotic manner. Remember that whatever is being bypassed and not addressed within the safe and responsible frame of therapy and healing is definitely being manifested in the external reality in order to be dealt with. In the last group session, we were told that humanity will witness unusual, weird, and disruptive phenomena taking place, and also demonic beings appearing as the inner worlds are revealing their true nature to the external world. Things might not make sense for a while or even get trippy, but this is a necessary part of the overall process of awakening. The changes in our Trinity are multi-leveled, and the body which is facilitating the physical awakening and corresponds to the most dense part of it knows how to naturally bring about this change as long as we allow it. A relaxed body with active breathing can help all other parts adjust to their new positions more easily and smoothly. Please give love, breath, nurture, acceptance, and affection to your body, because it really needs your conscious support now. The great clock is changing. We will soon feel the great blessing of the new alignment and orbit as we are re-emerging along with Magna Mater, blessings of slowing down and adjusting. Eirini, Amalthea Thor, Har Zaronia, Hunama Anata Kumara, Yellow Galactic Warrior,